Hey people, Coach Simmons here. And I wanted to bring up something that happened about a couple of days ago. Actually, it was an article or agreement that happened a couple of years ago, was finally implemented a couple of days ago. It's about Major League Baseball. If you really know my channel, I've done videos before about Dallas Field and Jackie Robinson's imprint on Austin, Texas. But this is something a little bit bigger than that. According to a post, MLB.com, several Major League records are now held by Josh Gibson, as he and other Negro League legends officially joined the all-time leaderboards. The statistics of more than 2,300 Negro League players launched today in a newly integrated MLB.com, a database that presents records from 7 different Negro Leagues from 1920 to 1948, with long-standing AL and NL records. Now, these top 4 new changes, of course, Josh Gibson, who now is the all-time career batting average leader, jumping over Ty Cobb. Matter of fact, if you really want to get funky with it, Oscar Charleston jumped over Roger Hornsby, is now number 3. And number 5 and number 6, Judd Wilson, Turkey Stearns. Fact, Buck Leonard takes numbers 8, given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the top 10 being from the Negro Leagues in a career batting average. Also, career OBP. Some of y'all don't know what that is, but I'm sure people in the back will tell you. That still belongs to Ted Williams and Babe Ruth, but Billy Hamilton and Lou Gehrig and Barry Bonds and Rogers Hornsby are now taking a back seat to Josh Gibson, Buck Leonard, and once again, Oscar Charleston. Goes a little deeper. Career slugging leaders. So this has been a long-held tradition of Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, or Lou Gehrig. Well, now Josh Gibson leads there, 719 for 18 percentage. In fact, beating out Jimmy Fox, Barry Bonds, and Hank Greenberg are Bill Suttles, Turkey Stearns, and once again, Oscar Charleston. Giving the Negro Leagues, once again, 4 of the top 10. Actually, 4 of the top 7. Now, career OPS. This has been a long-held tradition of Babe Ruth, once again, Ted Williams, and Lou Gehrig. And Barry Bonds was a close fourth. But now, Josh Gibson is now number 1. Oscar Charleston is now number 5. Buck Leonard, he comes in behind Barry Bonds at number 7. Turkey Stearns and Mule Suttles finish the top 10. So what does this truly mean, Coach? I mean, they finally decided to introduce the Negro League stats. The Negro Leagues, we all know, right? Prior to the debut of Jackie Robinson with the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947, the American and National Leagues were, like most of society, segregated. They couldn't play careers in those leagues, so black players formed their own leagues, starting in 1920 with the 18 National Negro League founded by Andrew Rubb Foster. The next 30 years, a variety of Negro Leagues came and went. The World Series held from 1924 to 1927, featuring champions of the Negro League against champions of the Eastern Color League. Again, 1942, 1948, featuring champions of the second iteration of the Negro League against champions of the Negro American League. All told, the Negro Leagues produced 37 eventual National Baseball Hall of Fame players. Robinson's integration of MLB marked the beginning of the end of the Negro Leagues. We know this, right? Essentially, they added the numbers to right a wrong. Well, certainly not the fault of black stars of Josh Gibson, Cool Papa Bell, and Oscar Charleston. They were forbidden from participating in AL and NL, recognizing Negro Leagues as major leagues, is in keeping with long-held beliefs that the quality of segregation-era Negro League circuits were comparable to the MLB product same time period. Recent decades, the tireless work of researchers combing through newspapers, scorebooks, microfilm, finally led to an availability of Negro League statistics, accumulating in the most notably expansive database compiled by seamheads that made it valuable for these Negro Leagues into the historical record. Now, there are 7 Negro Leagues operated between, I believe, it was 1920 and 1948. We had their stats put into the Major League. The league as follows: Negro National League, Eastern Southern League, American Negro League, East-West League, Negro Southern League, Negro National League 2, and Negro American League 1. These numbers are first released so far, but they're bound to change the history. They're bound to change the beliefs in the Negro Leagues.